Hello.
We're separate. There's separation
There's
today.
a little table here with my lip gloss. No, it's not. But my lip gloss and a bottle of water. No, well, I'll move over.
I think Louis is watching over me.
I think so.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
I embrace it more than I've ever done before because, it's a huge tradition and a huge heritage to have, alongside when you pretend to be a jewelry designer. So you have to be very
pretend?
Well, you have to be very humble by your origins, and I'm the only one in my family, in my entire family, that has followed through with jewelry. Almost 20 years ago, when I walked in Place Vendôme.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it's sort of like when people know that it's going to be their life's work and their passion. I just walked into one of those famed jewelry stores in Paris and immediately felt that this is where I was.
You were home.
I was just home, and I understood everything right away. It didn't sound foreign to me. Just looked and felt so familiar. So from there, I worked all those years and trained and got all my, my background, my experience from the very best in the world.
True apprenticeship.
True apprenticeship, from the workshop, from the diamond dealers, from the, from sorting out the stones, etc., and then starting to learn the craftsmanship and how excellence is important and details, etc., etc. So that's what we are bringing today to HSN.
And we really set Jean free when we got him into absolutes, because it allowed him, as I'm just paraphrasing what you said, is that it allowed you to sort of be that kid in the candy store and share with thousands of people what in the past, like 14 people would come into the jewelry store a day if it was busy. Well, in the high jewelry store. In the high jewelry, was the one of a kind.
Exactly. The high jewelry, the word high jewelry defines a piece that you can only do once, either because the stone is irreplaceable or the level of craftsmanship is extraordinary. And those customers that were buying this kind of jewelry only want to buy something that's unique. They always want to top one another.
Yeah.
So for me, it was sort of very frustrating because I had learned so much. I am so passionate about the artistry of jewelry that the idea of being able to be at HSN and take all those drawings I've seen in the archives and all this inspiration I've seen throughout 15 years that goes back 150 years of jewelry, of the Art Deco period, the Art Nouveau period. I mean, the most magnificent gemstones, to be able to bring it to every customer in America, regardless of what you can afford, because that's, at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. What is important is how the jewelry looks.
How it makes you feel.
And how it makes you feel. And I pay special attention to craftsmanship, attention to details, and color. And here we're talking
Let's talk about the very famous ring.
Well, it's funny because I've had this ring on HSN for a couple of years. It's called, originally in French, it's called Marguerite, which is a daisy flower that you peel. I love you a little bit more, etc. Not at all.
He loves me. He loves me not. He loves me.
Exactly.
He loves me not. He loves me.
And then this is typically it was in the at the time of the kings, when the jewelry started to look like jewelry, like a real piece of crafted jewelry. That was a style was very much in fashion. It's crossed over the centuries, and today, like a few weeks ago, we saw a royal engagement, and unbeknownst to everybody, they pulled a ring out of the royal collection, and that ring is exactly that. It's a sapphire surrounded by diamonds. So here, my interpretation of it is just to make it a little bit more modern by elongating the pairs and creating a little bit more of a burst.
So there you have the story, which has already been part of the royal lineage, and now you get a hold of this. We have about a minute on this ring, but I want to explain to you this is the equivalent of 6.07 carats of that created sapphire, and you can see Jean's really picked the perfect color in blue, and that is the same mineralogical, gemological, physical properties as the finest sapphires found out in nature. And then you have all of the look of diamonds surrounding that beautiful oval sapphire. 2 months at $37.48. We have fewer than 300 available. If you would like this ring in sizes 5 through 10 in either your vermeil, or we do also have it for you in the sterling silver, plated with rhodium, this is your chance to shine.
And it's been a runaway customer pick since we've started airing that ring. Very importantly, the lapidaries, the gemstone buyers, taught me about photographic memory. when you see the very best sapphires you will ever be presented, you always have to remember exactly what the color and tones that they had. So I only want to bring gemstones colors really to HSN. And this is exactly, in a perfect world, if I could buy a perfect sapphire, this would be exactly the color that it has. And the idea that we have, that chemically this stone is exactly what a sapphire would be, is pretty extraordinary. So for $74...
It's outrageous.
We get a stone that I would not find today just because of the sheer price of it.
And that is 333-616, 2 monthly payments at $37.48. Now, call in for your ring right now.